I wanted to show you guys what I'm doing. So what has come around with the bindweed is that I go in, you see how nice my little beds look? I go in and I weed my little beds, and when I lift my cage off, anything that has been trying to climb on gets torn up. Well, let's see. Wow, this stuff is so fast because I weeded 2 days ago and it's already getting in again. Isn't that interesting? So that's what I do. I just come in and pull it off the sides because that's pretty much the only place that it's really getting in is from the sides, because when I put down that cardboard mulch, it kept it from coming in through the bottom. So what I did was I brought in a couple tubfuls of rabbit manure and laid it down everywhere that I didn't have plants. Then I put my mom's potting soil, which is quite sterile because she's been using it for several years now, and she just kept adding fertilizer. She likes to use those self-watering containers. And she gave me that dirt, so it needed a really big, strong dose of manure and some water to wash out salts and that kind of thing. Oh, did I tell you we had flash floods? We had flash floods for like a week now, so we've had lots of water. That's probably why the bindweed's taken off so hard. Anyway, that's what it looks like. And so I went and put in the dirt. She had quite a lot of dirt, like 4 garbage cans full. So I used that as the top inch above my mulch in my beds. And then I came through and I made straight rows so that I could tell where things were. And I alternated kale, chard, and carrots, and a little bit of milk thistle thrown in too. And so I'm starting my winter garden. That's what I'm doing. So it's August. And a lot of things that if you want them to be doing well, you start them now. This is one of my old cages that I just kind of, it doesn't really fit this box, but it's what I had and I really wanted to get started on this. So in this one I have New Zealand spinach and radish, Swiss chard, carrots, and over here I planted more flower seeds because that in there is flowers, so I wanted to kind of square it off. And this is so fancy. Just love how fancy this is. I'm trying to get it to square up and it never wants to square up, and I don't know why. What is under here that is keeping it? There we go. I like this one better. It's almost as high but not as wide. This one, when I tip it over, I have a hard time getting it to stay stable and up. I have to use a stick to prop it. Whereas this one, oh, now it's not going to do it. It's going to make me a liar. This one just balances on the other cage really nicely. So all the little yellow and white little beads are nitrogen, regular fruit and vegetable fertilizer. The reason is, again, I have a box, a nice box of rabbit manure in here. I hadn't covered these, so that's what you're watching me do. You can see these are the New Zealand spinach. It handles heat really well. It's a green, but it handles heat really well, unlike most greens. And when I plant things, I don't bury them, I press them into the soil. Especially things like Swiss chard and beets want, like in olden days, the way that they would plant beets is they would go out and plant their beets and then they would stomp on it afterwards. And the year that I did my beets that way was my best year with beets. I haven't done that this way this year because I haven't planted beets. Mostly I just planted Swiss chard. Hi, honey. Are you finished with your work? You're just taking a walk through?
Yeah, but I'm trying to get that yucky stuff off of my skin.
Just use a wet wipe, and then we need to go get some...
I tried to get it
Okay.
off, but most of it sticks.
Okay. I'll come look at it in a minute, okay? I believe you. Okay, I'm not pushing you off. I believe you because I looked at it and I see that it would be hard to do. I think I planted some. For a second I was wondering if I'd seeded this one yet, and I was just playing with it. Okay, and with flower seeds, I don't push them in. I just kind of rub the surface so that some of the fertilizer gets in. Then I go ahead and close it down. Make sure both sides are even. It doesn't fit exactly, but unless a chicken can like bodily get in, you're fine. Little babies could get in. What, honey? No, you need to go finish your breakfast. Go. Here's our tomato. Hasn't watered. I haven't watered it, but we've had the flash flooding, so I can't say that it's been unwatered. This is my little greenhouse. It's done really well. Swiss chard in there's really happy. I know it still looks really messy out here, but I really honestly only come out and organize things when I need to use something up. I just don't have the time and energy to do it unless I am actually using what I am putting away. So this is my little planting box. My seeds and my fertilizer fit in it. Dang it, I forgot to plant the kale. Okay, so this, stupid cats, get off, stupid cats. This is another planting spot. I can see that my cats are being very helpful in things wanting to germinate. So I need to bring another cage over here that is rigid. And I have one in the front, but I used it for rabbits. So I need to take the slats off so that it's good for growing boxes again. I guess my other option is I could just bite the bullet and make myself a cage today. But who wants to be that super hyper efficient? Not me. Anyway, it looks good. You can see that the bindweed is taking over in places where I didn't mulch earlier. And I should probably be concerned about that. What I've done here is that my tomatoes have taken over Miami. And so I took this board and put it behind these slats that hold the hood up, because previously they were growing over into this side, so now they're held back. And this one is a pear, a little pear tomato. And I do have some bindweed in there. I don't know how much it's actually bothering the tomatoes. And then in here I have a pineapple ground cherry. I should show you the pineapple ground cherry. It's called the pineapple ground cherry for a reason. They are in the family of tomatoes, and it's actually a, dang it, fell, of tomatillos. And they're poisonous if you eat them before they fall. So I'm going to try and see if I can find you some. Okay, so this is what they look like. And you can't eat them until they fall off the branch. You cannot pick them because it means they're not ripe. And what they taste like is a super sweet pineapple. I love them. They're so stinking good. So that's a pineapple ground cherry, and this tomato is taking over my pineapple ground cherry. And I planted everything out here. I think I planted this one first, so I can't really say that it's the wall of water that's making the difference. But it's so far ahead of those ones. I don't remember when I planted those, but I think it was like a month after I planted this one. But anyway, this one with the tomato cage on it and everything has ripe tomatoes. Well, that one has tiny tomatoes, even though they're supposed to be early producing ones. And I wanted to show you the motherwort. Should I be embarrassed about all the bindweed? I don't know if I should be or not. I mean, my garden beds themselves look pretty good, don't you think? What I really love is Tulsi Kapoor. It smells so good, it almost is sinful to smell it. It gives you one of those full body shivers to smell it. And this is my elecampane. And I pulled some leaves off thinking I would dry them, and then I double checked. Turns out I'm supposed to harvest the roots in their second and third year. So hopefully it makes it. This is the third time I've tried to do elecampane. But Tulsi Kapoor, oh my goodness, it smells so good. Holy basil. That's what it's called. I'm not like swearing. It's called holy basil. And see, this one I planted at the same time as I planted that one. And it's getting really tall. But I don't see any fruit. So I'm kind of tempted to just pull this one out because I need it to have fruit on it by now. If it's going to have... Oh, there's some. They don't look very good though. There's only 2. And then I wanted to show you the motherwort. See those little spines? Those hurt. So if you don't harvest your motherwort when it is young and virile, it hurts to harvest it after that. And I'm kind of thinking I'll come in and just clip it down and let it start over because I don't want all those little spikes. Here's a squash that is unhappy. It was the first one to come up and it has not done well. I don't know why. I'm a little confused because this spot actually has a lot of nitrogen, so it should be up and coming. I had some really nice squash in there, but the ducks ate it. And every time... Did you pick an apple off of my tree? Okay, thank you. Yes, but I don't think you'll like it. It's not ripe.
I love sour.
You love sour? Okay, because it's kind of hard and green. The onions, every time my ducks come in the garden, they decide that they're going to have a snack on the tops of my onions. I want to take this out. I don't know what kind of grass it is, but I don't want it in here. I've weeded this so many times for the onions.
No.
I should probably just weed the whole thing. Like pull the top off, pull the onions out, cook with the onions, and just put down straw so that it kills out the bindweed. What really seems to help with bindweed is walking on it. This, I don't know what this is. It could be basil. Who knows? This, I believe, is a cucumber. I refertilized it today. That is my, I say,
why am I standing on a log?
Be careful not to fall on my plants, okay? These ones I'm disappointed with. I don't know if I didn't fertilize them enough or what, but the seeds that I planted are not coming up like I want them to, so I'm going to replant them. And I need to put a cage over them so that the cats can't be in them. Because they think they're so helpful, but they're really not. I wonder if part of the problem is that I didn't put straw and manure on the bottom. I believe that I just took these and filled them with dirt. And that's not what I did with any of my other boxes. All my other boxes, I took rabbit manure and straw and put them on the bottom first. So that as it broke down, there'd be plenty of actual dirt starting stuff and fertilizer on the bottom. So that's probably what I need to do, is put rabbit manure on the bottom and then fill them with dirt and then replant them after I get a cage started, because I need a cage on first. I wanted to show you my grapes. Okay, Kaya, listen. These grapes are not quite ripe yet, so just because I'm talking about them doesn't mean you need to come and pick them, okay? So this one is loaded with grapes, but they're not ripe and they're not very big. This one, they're not ready. Do not, no, get off. Look at what you are stepping on. There's a reason that cage is there. Okay, when I said they are not ready, were you listening?
Yeah,
So, we've got these that are just about ripe.
Mama?
And these that are just about ripe, but they're not ripe until what?
Until they're all the way purple.
Until Mom tells you, okay, they're ripe. Look at me. Because they don't taste good yet.
Okay.
If you eat them now, you'll be spitting them out. And the ones that are single strand appear to be ripening quicker. This one that I pruned really heavily, it's kind of yellowing a little bit, so I put some more rabbit manure at the base. But this one that I pruned down to just one, and I did it this year.
Even though I know they're not ripe yet, but I saw these.
Don't touch them. Walk away, disobedient child. Thank you. This one I actually summer pruned. I took most of it off this summer. So I don't know if that made a difference, but the grapes on this one are significantly bigger than the ones even on this one. These two, I trimmed both of them in the summer. Interesting, right? And I don't know, can you see from here how much better the pasture looks now that I've got them mob grazing again? Maybe you can't tell. All right. Since my last video, I have planted more honeyberries and more peaches. And the chickens are all in their coop because I don't want them digging up my mulch around the base of my trees. Can you see from the let's see. Can you see that my trees that were dying all have no yellow leaves left anymore and have leafed out completely all over again, looking great? I don't know if you can see that, but that's really exciting. So I'm going to take all that straw you see over there and put it over here in my garden. I probably need to just harvest my onions because my ducks keep eating the tops. I don't know. We'll see. Anything else? Did you want to see my blackberries? We'll go look at the blackberries. This tree, I actually watered her because I thought she was really struggling. Like, she has these terrible curled in leaves. What do you guys think? So this one has been watered. I watered her because I thought, what is wrong with this tree? She's curling in and she's getting crunchy. But it can't be watered because I watered her. I've watered her heavily a couple times.
But Mama, maybe the chickens have and jump up and clean up the leaves. Huh?
Here's a raspberry.
I love raspberries.
Here's a volunteerish grape. I need to take some of these weeds out really badly. And then over there, dang it, you can't. Okay, there's a blackberry. There's another blackberry over here. We just had so much rain. Everything's kind of. There's another blackberry. Blackberry. This is a space where I had my cow, and then last winter I completely dumped tons and tons of rabbit manure back here. So this is where my raspberries and blackberries really took off. Through there you can see my mulberries, my nanking cherries, more mulberry, etc., etc. And then here, yes, dear.
Is there any red apples were a little in this world?
Yes, those are going to be apples. The crab apple will be apples. This is where my strawberries have done the absolute best. They've had shade. And I put up this gate so that ducks, small children, and chickens cannot get through to kill them. Because my kids were getting in there and actually crawling on the strawberries to get to the strawberries. So now you can get your arm through just fine to pick them or to plant something, but you cannot get your whole little body through there to kill anything. And I did that on this side too. And that's the only thing I can think of right now. I did get a hemrod to come up. I've been out here working, so I actually feel like I have more stuff on the ground right now that needs picked up than before when I was actually picking stuff up. This is one of my hemrod grapes. I have one more hemrod I want to have come up, plus a Canadus. And they're not coming up, but they're both still bendy, so I know that they're alive. And gooseberry. I've already pulled up all my garlic. I need to show you guys a comparison. And this is my apple that I want to graft onto really badly. But I need to do some more research. I'm watching.
Why don't you
It's not coming up though. Anyway, those are Elaeagnus. My brother came out and did my weed whacking for me, and he kind of killed some of my bushes. But I also have a little broody hen right here. Can you see her?
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Set, go!
Woo! Oh my, why does she look like that? She looks like she got attacked by something last night. And chased it off. I need to go check on her. Doesn't she look like she got attacked by something? There's feathers everywhere. Yeah, something tried to get her last night. But if I move her now, if she's got babies under there, she won't come back and sit on the rest of the nest. So when they are out here in the wild, it's always just kind of a crap toss because you don't really know if something's going to get her before her babies hatch. So I need to go check on her. I've got food and water out here for her, but I didn't have any other kind of shelterish thing because any messing around with her that I do draws attention to her from nasties. Darn it, I hope she hasn't been hurt. I hope she didn't lose any babies.